Hello and welcome to Europhoria, the podcast all about the great, glam and garish from Eurovision past. My name is Roland Boddenham, and as ever, I am joined by a woman whom with I Could Weather Any Storm by Siri in 2018, it's Isobel Chilman. Hi, Isobel.
Hi, Roland Boddenham. How are you doing?
I am doing very well, thank you. It's sunny. We had the windows open earlier. We've shut them because the birds were making too much noise.
Those bloody birds can't shut up,
Those bloody birds. No. But yeah, it's not been bad. It's not been bad. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, I'm eating some tortellini because I'm hungry.
You've got to get that tortellini in.
Got to get that tortellini in. I won't eat it while I'm doing my story.
I know, I was going to say you're doing the story. It'll be a very slow story if it's told between bites of tortellini.
The good thing about tortellini is, though, I think, it's just as good cold.
Well, interesting. That's interesting. I don't know if I would agree. Like proper cold, straight out the fridge?
No, like cooked and then it's gone cold. So if I only manage to eat half of it by the time I start my story, I'm absolutely fine with just tucking back into it afterwards.
I'm sure our listeners are very relieved to hear that your tortellini will not be going to waste. As you're eating tortellini, shall I help myself to another? I'm still working my way through the gin.
Ooh.
I think I'm now another bottle done, so I'm doing quite well. Most of the consumption of the gin happens during the course of this show. So this week I have moved on to a Gordon's Dry, classic Gordon's Dry gin, which I'm gonna pour now. I'm gonna really do my best not to fill up half my glass with gin like I did last time. Are you having anything to drink?
I am. I've got a G&T that I've made already, brought with me. It's Brockman's gin.
Perfect. Well, as you've got yours going here, I'll pour mine. Here you go. Hang on. All right, there we go. That's the gin.
Can you hear mine clinking?
Ooh, yeah, the ice. Very nice.
Yeah.
That's the tonic there. Lovely little bit of ASMR. If you're listening along, feel free to pour yourself a glass as well.
Or make yourself some tortellini.
Or eat cold tortellini. Yeah, absolutely. Whatever you want to do. Whatever floats your boat.
We don't judge.
Go. We absolutely don't judge.
Actually, we do. That's a lie.
We do.
I judge a lot.
We do judge. That's half the idea of the podcast. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Cheers, my love. Here's to you.
Here's to me, I guess. I don't know why.
Just because you're lovely.
Oh, man. Well, thanks. Agreed. Shall we do some
Eurovision news?
Do we have any?
Eurovision isn't happening, but it is happening, same as before.
Yeah, we haven't got any more updates from what we talked about last week. I was curious today that we haven't heard any more about this Will Ferrell film.
Yeah, I was thinking about that today. Do you think maybe because they're holding off on releasing a lot of films while no one can go to the cinema?
Yeah.
So maybe they will hold off on it anyway. But didn't you say it was a Netflix film?
Yeah, it's a Netflix film, so they'd be releasing it on their platform regardless. And
so they can release it on Netflix.
Yeah, and it doesn't strike me as a cinema release anyway. It seems like one of the ones that they would be straight to Netflix.
But they do both now. So they do it at the cinema first and then Netflix like the week after. But I was thinking, potentially, would they maybe want to hold off until there is an actual Eurovision? So maybe they'll hold off on releasing it till next year.
Yeah, maybe. It is a long time, and I don't know, do they use the opportunity of the hole left by Eurovision to kind of tap into the Eurovision fan market and get them all to watch it maybe on the day? Well, there's lots of stuff happening on the day it would have happened now, or around the time, because there's lots of Eurovision watch parties going on. Maybe they could kind of encourage some
watch parties of the movie.
Yeah, but I don't know. So I think with a lot of those Netflix films, they don't really advertise them until the week before anyway.
No,
so
because they know people are going to watch them now. It was like with them, because what was one of the first ones that went massive? That Bird Box.
Yeah, Bird Box. Yeah, that was around Christmas.
Bird Box. That was insane. The number of people that watched that film in the first week was just like mind-blowing. So yeah, they don't really need to market anymore. It's just like, just chuck it up there. We'll get an easy billion views within a fortnight.
There's that Tiger King at the moment. Everyone's watching that, aren't they?
Oh, it's wild. Have you seen it?
I've watched the first episode, I'm gonna continue on through.
It is wild. I will prepare you though. If you've only watched the first episode, beginning of the second, just be prepared for the opening scene to make you go, "Oh God, okay." Because I was not prepared. And I felt real not okay. I felt real not okay at the beginning of episode 2. So just be prepared if you're a bit squeamish.
Interesting. All right then. Anyway, that was the Eurovision news, I guess.
That was the Eurovision /Netflix /Tiger King news.
Tiger King podcast. Thank you for that. All right, let's move on to some any other business. We have listener emails. Yay! Ooh. We have 2 listener emails today that we're going to talk about. The first one has the subject line, "Welcome back and thank you."
You're welcome.
You're welcome already.
What for?
It reads, "Welcome back, my Europhoria babies. I have missed you tremendously. It is such a selfish indulgence to covet your voices, but I am so glad to have them back in my ears each week. Life right now is pretty terrifying, especially for someone who has pretty serious depression and anxiety issues, and having an hour once a week to just listen to a new Eurovision adjacent story and lovely little song means so much to me. You're both a delight, and I'm extremely grateful for the time you take to give us humble and humbled masses something to sink our teeth into as a distraction from the chaos. Also, Roland, thank you for not making Touch Yourself overtly sex pesty, as I was terrified by your introduction. I agree with Isobel, 6 points. And lastly, speaking of Isobel, the Chillman cackle is back and better than ever. Love you, babes. Chance from Brooklyn.
Chance, not the rapper.
Chance, not the rapper.
Oh, bless you, my love. That was beautiful. Always been away with words, that one, hasn't he?
I know, yeah. He's very, very good at writing.
Much more articulate than I am. Rough as muck, this one here.
Oh, yeah. But no, thank you, Chance. That's a really, really sweet email. And we sort of jokingly say it, but we don't, we don't make this expecting to be able to save lives or anything, but anything that we can do to make people a little happier and a little less, a little bit more distracted from stuff going on, we'll gladly do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've got tortellini in my mouth again. Sorry, I'm so unprofessional. This is why I won't make it onto the TV, because I can't stop eating tortellini. That is about, can't get her on the telly because she's always got tortellini in a gob.
Just whenever the camera cuts away from you, it shoves 3 pieces of tortellini and cuts back, and she's got a mouthful of tortellini again.
I'm a maverick.
You're a maverick. She's a maverick. I don't know how she does it, but she gets those audiences back week after week. No, Chance, as a fellow Brooklyner, and we're all sort of experiencing similar things, whether we're in Brooklyn or across the world. So it's nice, lovely to hear from you, and we're very glad that we can help distract you just for a little bit each week. We have another listener email, and this one has a subject line, "Why did nobody tell me?" It reads, "Hey guys, long time no see here or listen. Only a couple of days ago, I found out that the Europhoria podcast is back." We don't do a very good job of marketing.
Terrible marketing. If this was going to win an award for the world's worst podcast marketing. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. If there was an award for the world's worst podcast marketing, we'd get it.
We would do it.
We would win it.
We're just basically in a black box yelling out at the world, hoping someone discovers us.
Just expecting people to know that we exist, and we do this every week.
It continues, "What happiness it brought to my apartment-locked soul. I have stormed through the most recent episodes and I'm all caught up now. Hurrah. When the news came through that Eurovision will be cancelled, a tear came to my eye. What hits hardest is that there was a really good chance that Bulgaria could have won this year. My tears are now only starting to get sober." See what I did there? I think that was Bulgaria's song. I also really enjoyed Iceland, Lithuania, Romania, Switzerland and Armenia. Fingers crossed next year we can have a banging show. Back at the beginning of February, I flew over to Milan for a concert, a Eurovision-themed concert of whom, you ask? The most wonderful Hatari. What a show it was. Clemens, Matti and Einar were incredible on stage. The audience, while small, was passionate and inclusive of all. Young, old, gay, straight, male, female, and all the in-betweens. Do not worry, I did not catch the corona whilst there and have been in isolation for the last 4 weeks here in Sofia. As for the isolation, my time has mainly been spent doing yoga, cooking, baking and a little bit of reading. I stocked up on Heinz baked beans, which are usually hard to find and expensive here, but Lidl had a deal on, and now I have a dozen tins. Aren't I the luckiest? I tell you what, I found out that my local supermarket does proper Heinz beans as well. Well, we talked about this in the last episode.
You mentioned that. Just bringing up them beans week in, week out.
Seriously, yeah, them Heinz beans, if you can find them around the world, they're a godsend.
Oh my God, stop talking about beans.
They're great, you miss them. Anyway, much love from still your only listener in Bulgaria, Tom. P.S. Isabel, I would love some booties, but I am moving apartment soon and the Bulgarian Postal Service leaves a lot to be desired, so I won't leave my address here. PBS, Roland, the songs have really gone up a level this year. Great job. Thanks, Tom.
Oh, well done, love. Oh, that was a lovely email. Yeah, no one's claimed them booties yet.
I know. Claim them booties. Hashtag claim them booties.
I'll just chuck them into the street if no one wants them. Then fine. All my hard work.
Have them.
Just goes to nothing. I'll just chuck them in the gutter. Fine.
Thank you, everyone, for your wonderful emails, though. It's lovely to hear from you all. And we've had some nice tweets as well this week as well. That, you know, they're just nice to have. We'll like them and maybe we'll respond.
Great. So if you do want to get in touch with us, then you can contact us via email at europhoriapodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can tweet us at EurophoriaCast. Thanks. All right. How's the tortellini going? Are we ready for...
Tortellini's gone.
Wow, good job.
Finished it. There's no more food noises, but I will just still continue slurping my G&T.
Yeah.
So it's my week for a story.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And at first, I'll be honest, I was really struggling on what to do a story on. I spent loads of this week clicking through acts on Wikipedia and thinking I'd found something interesting. Turned out it wasn't very interesting. I have actually ended up with a few future ideas now.
That's good.
And also, my research, I found some quite interesting things this week that turned up. So, I found out that Serbia's 2011 Eurovision entry was once in a band called Legal Sex Department.
Love it. Love them names. Keep them coming.
That was Nina from Serbia. I learnt the term lavender marriage, which I've not heard before.
I learnt that term as well this week.
What? Did we look at the same Wikipedia page?
We must have looked at the same. I learned that as well. Is that basically a beard?
Yeah.
Yeah. I prefer lavender marriage.
I prefer it. Lavender marriage. Gorgeous. I want a lavender marriage. I don't mind who too. Absolutely lovely.
Just so you can say it. Oh, yeah. What was that? 2021? Yeah, that was the year of my lavender marriage.
Oh, I really like it. Lavender marriage in the age of coronavirus. Oh, so romantic.
Mate, that's a book.
That's going to be a Nancy Myers movie. For sure.
Perfect.
I also got very excited when at one point I thought I'd found out that a former Finnish Eurovision entry was now a famous and very sexy horror like B-movie scream queen in America. But turns out just two people with the same name.
You know what? I think I found that out as well. Wow, we are really scraping.
Stop looking at my years.
I know. I ventured into post 1980 years. I'm so sorry.
Well, yeah, that's not the case. She's not. I really searched that one.
It's not the same person.
No, I searched so hard to get confirmation that it was. I thought about doing the story anyway and just saying it might be. Who knows? But then I found an interview with the other band members from the Eurovision Act, and at the end it said that she's a like a professor in Finland.
Oh, boring.
So instead, though, I did find a fun, good one.
Okay.
So, Roland, did you know that a previous Eurovision entrant is about to become a Hollywood star?
No. Who?
Yes. Well, I'm about to tell you who.
Excellent.
Credits for this episode, do you go to thriveglobal.com, an article from entertainment.ie, Wikipedia, obs, wee blogs, the lovely wee blogs, and alexsparrow.com.
Okay, Alex.
So, are you ready, Roland? I shall begin. Alexei Vorobyov, aka Alex Sparrow, the English translation of his name, which means literally of the sparrows, was born in 1988 to a large family in the Russian city of Tula. Speaking of his childhood in an online interview, Alex said, "I was a kid of a poor family who had more children than money. Sometimes we did not have anything to eat for dinner, but my parents gave us something much more important than food. They gave us love. In our modern world, love is disappearing faster than the Arctic ice."
Oh, he's got a way with words, has Alex Sparrow. I will say that food is quite important. Like, you can live.
I'd say it's up there above love.
You can live without love for a while. I mean, I've lived without love for a good 6 months or so. You couldn't do that with food.
Your mum and nan have always loved you.
Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of a different kind of love, but
You are disgusting. Okay.
So sorry, that's not what Alex was talking about. So sorry.
No, he's talking about true love. He's an innocent. He's an innocent in this world.
I won't sully the name of Alex Sparrow.
Alex was a child musical prodigy, an accomplished accordionist, winning every singing and dancing competition he entered, and going on to study at the Moscow Jazz College and Moscow Art Theatre Studio School.
I love the idea of
a precocious one.
I know. I love the idea of a jazz college. You think they all walk around like doing like jazzy steps and jazzy hands? Welcome to class, everyone. This is my freeform jazz lesson.
In 2005, aged just 17, Alex came third place in the Russian version of the X Factor, and the following year signed a contract with Universal Music Russia, subsequently winning an MTV award for upcoming artists.
Ooh,
young'un, absolutely nailing it.
Yeah,
he's a musical little bird, is our Alex.
An MTV award, yeah, that's not bad, is it?
You can actually watch his first audition on YouTube for the X Factor, Russian X Factor. He is very 2005 with the most gelled hair and a chain on his jeans because he's edgy. Yeah.
Everyone's like, ooh, who's this rebel turning up to audition for the show? He's got a chain.
He looks just like every German exchange student that was in my year at secondary school.
Love it. Lots of gel.
In 2008 and 2009, he competed in the Russian national selections for the Eurovision Song Contest, but lost out to Dima Bilan and Anastasia Prikodko, respectively, both years. Sad times for Alex.
That's tough competition there.
Real tough competition. He was still young as well,
Yeah, he's got many years left ahead of him.
Many years. But in 2011, he was eventually selected to represent Russia in the Eurovision Song Contest with the song Get You.
Get You.
Oh, Get You. So, Roland, we're going to have a little listen to Get You now.
Do you feel my heartbeat, hero? I choose my words like wise men do, and tonight I'll get you right. I rule my world like great men do, and I fight for mine. And
Yeah, you had enough.
Did he say... I wrote it down. Did he say at the start of that clip, "Can you feel my love beads, Europe"? What did he say?
No, he said, "Do you feel my heartbeat, Europe?"
I thought he said, "Do you feel my love beads?" Which, I don't know what that would be. Sorry, my mind's in the gutter today.
It really is.
I like
what are your thoughts on that?
I like it. I think the lyrics of "Oh, I'm coming to get you," what is it? You're running away, or I'm running.
Bit creepy.
It's a little bit, yeah. It's a little bit, a little much. Remember we did that one about the guy who from Azerbaijan who supplied Trump with the emails, and he had that music video where he followed Miss Universe through the alleyways. It's a little bit like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm coming to get you.
Yeah, Alex, we'll come on to that a bit later. But Alex,
okay.
I think he doesn't think through some of his songs and videos.
I think it's like, I don't know, that line's used a lot, and maybe it would be okay. I'm trying to think of the context it would be okay. If there's been like a long like conversation and, you know, it has been agreed that it is fine for him to come and get her, then that as an explanation.
All right, Captain Consent. Jesus. All right, we get it.
But yeah, it on its own.
Roland's woke, guys. Never forget, he is real woke for a straight white guy.
No, don't. You have to be that guy. I'm just saying. I was trying to figure out, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe I shouldn't. Who knows?
Well, it's a fun, silly song. Fun performance. Alex is on stage with 3 leather jacket-clad dancers whose outfits later in the performance light up to spell Alex's name on the back.
Wow.
So that's a treat.
Wow. Do you think he used that at any other day outside of Eurovision, maybe at a bar, and just got like 3 of his mates to wear jackets that spell it?
100%. If my research on Alex Sparrows has told me anything, it's that he definitely will have made 3 of his friends wear those jackets.
Yeah.
Out in
get
public.
Chatting to a girl, and then when she goes, "Oh, what's your name?" just get his mates to turn around.
Guys, now
is the time. Yeah, I mean, I would too if I needed more. I would need more friends, but you know, I think it's doable.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't be able to pull it off, would you?
Yeah, well, what's that? You,
Hey.
Hannah, Bob, Ollie. I'd be one short. Damn it.
Caroline?
She wouldn't want to be involved.
She wouldn't do it. She wouldn't be involved in that. She's
Also,
not
if I'm supposedly in this weird thing chatting up a woman, I don't think she would want to support that.
Oh, but it could be like your song "Boy Crush."
Yeah.
Boy.
As a friend. Yeah, sure.
As a friend, of course. Yeah. Unfortunately, Alex only finished 16th overall in the contest out of 24 entries, beaten that year by the UK's 11th place entry, "I Can," performed by Blue, and Ireland's 8th place entry, "Lipstick" by my boys Jedward.
Oh, classic. Always be a number 1 in my heart.
Honest, Waterline's better.
Waterline is better.
Waterline. Genuinely, I've said this before, but if it hits me on a slightly off day, it makes me want to cry. I think it's a beautiful song. Truly.
I think the overall production and song of Waterline is better, but I think she's got her lipstick on, da da da, here she comes, is like a classic pop line. You can't. That is great. That is solid.
Yeah, genius. Yeah. Oh, I'm just thinking about Jedward now. Okay.
How have we not done an episode about Jedward?
Because there's too much to say about those beautiful boys, and I'm kind of hoping that one day they'll just come and sit in my kitchen and do the podcast with me.
I feel like we're getting to that point.
I'll just let it go, and I'll just let them take over, and they can talk amongst themselves for 3 hours.
3 hour
and we'll
long
publish
episode.
all of it. Yeah, we'll say nothing, and they'll say everything.
Absolutely nothing. We'll be there, but we won't say anything.
No. Oh, I love them. In 2015, Alex was bitten by the reality bug again, starring on The Bachelor Russia. According to an interview in Cosmopolitan with the show's creative producer, Karolina Kubrinsk, Alex was actually the main contender to star in the first series of the show 4 years ago, but producers felt he was too young to settle down. Now, this is an actual quote from this producer. There are some bonkers people in this story. Okay, actual quote.
Okay.
He was incredibly successful, beautiful, sexy, and girls were crazy about him. But for a man to want a family, Alex in his 23 years seemed too whimsical and not serious enough.
Wow.
4 years later, we see before us a completely different person. He is ready for children and a family. Of course, despite this sincere desire, his reputation as a womanizer, a love for the fair sex, and his turbulent past have not disappeared. But if a person really wants to find his one, we have to give him that chance.
That is amazing. I'm almost like heartened by the fact that the producers on these this one dating show is really hoping that they will start a family and live out the rest of their lives.
Or they're just great at hamming this up.
Right, sure.
Because that is just golden.
Yeah, either having it up, but yeah, just that they
maybe
really
she really
care.
does want him to find love.
Yeah, maybe he just wants him to find love. It's beautiful, really, if you think about it.
Alex described it as a difficult project for him and said everything that happened to him on the show, that was real life and not acting, as it was seen by some viewers. You know? All real. Do you know reality TV is real?
Oh, all real.
In the title.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No acting.
He said that when he came to the project, he was truly hoping to find love. However, his dreams were not fulfilled.
No, I'm heartbroken.
Didn't find love on the show.
That poor producer was hoping to be like godfather to his children when he got married and had 7 kids. Didn't work out.
Oh, yeah. One thing I missed out, actually, was that when he was on the X Factor, I found a quote in an interview that apparently the judge on the X Factor who was looking after his group, which was like the 16 to 24s, was some Austrian baroness who ended up becoming his fairy godmother throughout his career.
Oh, okay.
Austrian baroness. Wild.
A lovely Austrian baroness. I thought you was about to say she did a Cheryl and ended up having a baby with one of the 16 to 24-year-olds.
No, not as far as I know, but that was weird.
That did happen. That was true.
That did happen. There is video of her meeting him when he was about 15 years old. So that one's cool. Cool.
Ooh. Anyway.
Ooh, exactly. At some point in his life as well, I'm presuming post-Eurovision, he also went on Russia's version of Dancing with the Stars, which is called Ice and Fire, except I cannot for the life of me find out when that took place. It's almost impossible. I don't know what's going on with Russian internet history, but it's real tough.
Hard to find.
But Alex, despite having a broken arm and an injured knee in the contest,
Bloody hell.
won.
What the
made
hell?
a spectacular victory.
Oh my God.
Along with an Olympic champion figure skating partner called Tatiana Navak.
That's heroic.
Yeah.
With a broken arm.
Very heroic. He loves a contest and he loves bloody winning one.
Yeah, well, who doesn't, eh?
Same. I couldn't find. I've still not won a trophy.
You what?
I wanted to win a trophy. That was like an aim.
You've never won a trophy?
No, I've won a trophy, but I wanted to win a trophy a couple of years ago. It was going to become my year's aim was to win a trophy in something.
In the year?
Never did it.
You never won a trophy?
Yeah, just in anything.
Fuck.
No, I'm going to have that for my 2021.
What are you good at?
Everything.
I know, I don't know why I questioned that.
Why did you ask?
I know, maybe we should figure it out.
I'm a multi-threat.
If someone
I'm a huge threat.
You are a huge threat. If someone
I'm a huge threat.
If someone just wants to send us a trophy, will that do? Will that work?
No, I have to beat other people.
Okay, it has to be a proper win. You have to beat other people. As long as you beat other people.
I'm a huge threat and I'm going to beat other people. That's why I'm going to get a trophy.
All right, that's your goal for 2021.
Sorry, side thought there. Never won that trophy that I wanted.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And probably never told anyone about, but it was in my head.
In your head, yeah. It's good to have those things.
Yeah. Whilst trying to find out what year he was on Dancing with the Stars, which I couldn't find out at all, I did, however, find out that in 2016, there was an episode of Russia's Dancing with the Stars that had one of the contestants doing the foxtrot dressed as a Nazi dancing to Frank Sinatra's Fly Me to the Moon.
No. What year was this?
2016.
Different time. No, it wasn't. Yeah, that's not okay. That's not okay, even in Russia. On TV.
No.
Wow.
Odd one. That wasn't Alex, though.
Problematic. No, let's make that clear. It wasn't Alex.
Alex is an innocent, I told you. He's a good boy.
You asserted that from the start, yeah.
Yes. Aged 25, Alex's career was booming.
Oh.
He'd signed a new recording contract and had arrived in the US of A to start a new chapter in his life.
Me and him both, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Leave that stuff behind.
But then, disaster struck, Roland.
Oh, no.
On January the 2nd, 2013, whilst driving in Los Angeles, Alex was seriously injured in a car crash.
No.
He was taken to hospital, and on top of the physical injuries that he gained in the crash, he also had a stroke, leaving half of his body paralysed.
Fucking hell, man. We do lean on these ones that are like, yeah, and they had to get half their brain removed.
Look, tragedy happens in everyone's lives, okay? It's just real. It's just real.
Yeah.
You know, these things happen.
Agreed.
In his words, I moved to LA to start a new page in my life. I did start a new page, but without being able to speak, sing, dance, or even walk anymore.
Jesus, he relies on those things. That's his moneymaker.
He that is his moneymaker. He does all those things for money.
Yeah.
Doctors would tell me that I would never be able to get back to normal, sing or perform on stage and do all the things I would do before. But I did not believe them. I was sure it was up to me to decide who I am and how I want to go on living my life. It took me more than a year to learn everything back from scratch. I trained myself to walk, to talk, and to sing again. It took me a long time and great effort, but now I know for sure that there are no limits to the human body.
Wow.
All the restrictions are in our mind.
Wow. I mean, at
that
this
was me
time,
doing like the mind blown.
During this time, I would like to say, like, I don't want to advocate for not listening to doctors, but good for him for, believing in himself and
Perseverance.
Persevering. That's a good attribute to have. That is amazing.
Yeah. So, although doctors told him he would never perform again, after a 1.5 year long rehabilitation, life picked right back up for Alex and he threw himself back into his music and he started mingling with stars such as Rita Ora.
Ooh, she's got connections, doesn't she? She turns up in places and you're like, oh, I didn't realise she was doing that well. That's great.
You know the phrase about Rita?
What's the phrase about Rita?
The devil works hard, but Rita Ora's publicist works harder.
I mean...
I love that one.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good testament to
true.
the publicist.
She turns up, I mean, at literally everything.
Everything.
I can't abide her. This is a good one. This is a lovely little snippet from Alex Sparrow's mouth that I found in an interview with him online. So Alex said of his meeting with Rita, and I really hope with this that he has a great sense of humour and isn't just fully deluded.
Yeah.
But quote from Alex, yeah, recently I met Rita Ora at the AMA 2018 press day. She obviously felt something special for me from the first second, so I decided to give her a chance. She was already leaving with her personal assistant, but without my phone number. So I ran to her car. Her driver almost ran me over, but there was nothing that could stop me on my way and us from being together.
Wow.
So I gave her my number. She gave me a fantastic smile. Her eyes were full of love and she promised to call me. It's been already over a month. I'm sure that she's just lost my number and is desperately trying to find me through our mutual friends, which we don't have.
I think that he does have a sense of humour there.
I think he's being very funny there because that made me laugh a lot.
It's confidence, though, isn't it? It's confidence. He wouldn't be where he was without that confidence. He wouldn't be in LA. He wouldn't have recovered. And, you know, I think when you go through a life-changing experience like that, then you realise that opportunities are few and far between, and you got to take them. And if giving Rita Ora your number is one of them, then, you know, go for it.
Oh, bless him. He is. He's a funny being. He really is. Speaking of Alex's music, he clearly has a lot of fun making his music videos. The video for his song She's Crazy But She's Mine went viral a few years ago and somehow has gained over 27 million views on YouTube. I saw lots of articles as well saying that it has actually globally had over 600 million views if you take into account all the platforms.
Yeah.
Like Facebook, which is, I think, slightly bizarre. Alex, love you as I do, and I do actually love him quite a bit after researching him for this story.
Yeah.
I don't really know why it went so viral. It's a couple pranking each other, which is all acted. It's not real pranks.
It's
him and his girlfriend acting that they're pranking each other throughout the video. And that's about it.
When was that?
She's very pretty, and you sort of see her bum, which maybe
helps on the internet.
Perverts have watched it 600 million times. I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me if there were 600 million perverts in the world. I mean,
there's definitely more than that. More, for sure.
Yeah. It was 2015, and that was a time when like lots of those prank videos were going big on YouTube. So maybe it was just like part of the zeitgeist.
Yeah. Maybe it was zeitgeist based views. His videos do very popular. He did 2 follow-up ones that are similar, along similar ilk, and they have lots of millions of views as well. So people love him. They love the videos. He has another song called Never Be Friends, which is worth a watch too.
Okay.
That's the other one that I was talking about. It's a little bit creepy. So the opening scene, he asks a girl on a date. She says, "Oh, let's just be friends." And then he quite menacingly, after she walks off, says, "We'll never be friends." And then spends the whole video basically stalking her and bumping off her dates.
Oh no! I mean, it's a fun concept.
It's meant to be very light-hearted and 50s and kitsch. He's a real goofy guy. He's a little goofball, is Alex. Alex's acting career in the US really started to take off when he won a role on a Lifetime TV show, Unreal, a drama series about a reality dating TV show, something Alex has had plenty of experience with before. So Alex played Alexei Petrov, and this is no joke, this is from the Wikipedia article about it, page about it. He played a secretly gay contestant who is a bad boy ballet dancer and an ostensibly recovering cocaine addict.
Oh my God, that sounds like a really good role to get your teeth into.
Oh, so much.
so many layers. So many layers.
Love it. And then earlier this year, it was announced that our boy Alex will be starring in the new Netflix TV show Space Force, alongside, and now get this for a lineup, Steve Carell, Ben Schwartz, and John Malkovich.
Wow, that is a lineup. Good fucking hell, he's made it to the big time.
Our boy is Hollywood now.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, Alex Sparrow. All that hard work paying off for him being in a big TV show now.
Good for him, man. Wow.
So Space Force is going to be a workplace comedy, and the show is going to be centered around the creation of the newly established Space Force branch of the Armed Forces, which is, of course, inspired by President Donald Trump's launching of the Space Force division of the United States Armed Forces last year, and the resulting $738 billion increase to the defense budget. I mean, no one actually even really still knows what Space Force will do. Very vague goals and unknown. So that's what the TV show is going to be around, is that imaginary Space Force thing.
I think the thing is about this stuff is that actually with a lot of things around Brexit and Trump, like the reality is weirder than TV shows. So did you see that when they launched the uniforms for the new Space Force, that they were camouflaged in like green and browns as if they would be in a jungle, but they're in space?
No.
So, just blend in with the background of space with your tree-coloured camouflage.
He's made Alien Army, hasn't he?
Against aliens.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case, we'll have an army for aliens, an army to prevent the aliens.
He watched Independence Day and saw the White House getting blown up.
Oh my god,
and
he
was
did! Oh my god, I bet if you looked at his like streaming history, the week before Space Force was announced, he 100% watched Independence Day. Our Alex is a regular anti-bullying campaigner, has previously acted as a goodwill ambassador for your United Nations Youth Initiative and run anti-AIDS programs in Russia. Apparently as well supports gay rights too, being quoted as saying, "No one in this world can tell you who you should be and who you should love."
Good for him.
Alex.
Like coming
Alex
from
Sparrow.
Yeah, coming from Russia, which as we know is pretty intolerant of anyone who isn't your straight down the line heterosexual white person. Good for him.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Got out.
Yeah.
And his website blurb, FYI, is incredible. I feel like maybe it was written by that producer from The Bachelor who really liked him.
You just got him on board at that point.
Oh, wow. I'm going to read out. This is the About Alex Sparrow page of his website. The global rising star that is Alex Sparrow is on a seemingly unstoppable trajectory of success and earth-staggering talent.
Wow.
It's a rare find in the entertainment business to see one individual not only engage in but conquer a plethora of fields. Recording artist, musician, composer, producer, arranger, actor, director, screenwriter. Oh. Alex's credits are nothing short of mind-blowing. His dedication to his all-round craft saw him add professional stuntman to his name through his study at Mosfilm. Already a multi-instrumentalist and skilled in dancing in a myriad of styles, Alex was committed to further development and excellence in the film world. Truckloads of natural ability fostered with endless hard work certainly paid off. Wow. With that fierce imagination, anything is possible attitude and boundless capabilities to turn captivating ideas into reality on any medium, there's no telling what Alex Sparrow will do next.
Wow, that's amazing. You could have just read that for the whole story and I would have been completely on board. That is great, isn't it? I love ending.
I wish someone wrote something that about me. It's incredible. Imagine having someone believe in you that much.
Imagine. I like the idea. I might just make it my email signature of just ending everything with "There's no telling what Roland will do next." It adds an air of mystery to everything, doesn't it?
It's the best bio I've ever seen for anyone.
That's
ever.
fucking great. Just base everything on that now.
Mm-hmm. According to his Instagram account, Alex is currently staying safe in the sun in LA with his very cute corgi and whoever is taking all the topless photos of him. But he's been a good boy, self-isolating and being very safe.
Good for him.
And I'd like to end this story with an Alex quote.
Okay.
Because I think it's very relevant to this current time we're living in. And my God, does this boy have a way with words.
Oh, God.
If I could ask all the people in the world to share love and kindness, at least with one person, to just do something for someone else, for one day to live their lives for someone who needs their help, tomorrow we would wake up in a totally different world.
Alex.
Beautiful Alex.
I think we all fell a little bit in love with Alex Sparrow.
angelic. He is an innocent child, and I cannot wait to see him on the screen next to Steve Carell and John Malkovich.
Wow.
Yes, Alex, taking over Hollywood.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's amazing.
We had a nice story for once.
That is, yeah, I feel like this season we've had some pretty heavy going stories, and that was really nice. Alex Sparrow now has a place in all of our hearts. Thanks, Isobel.
You're very welcome. I'm very happy with that one.
Shall we move on, though, to the last part of our show, and the last part of every episode we do? My attempt to write, record, and perform a Eurovision hit which will get judged by yourself, Isobel.
Yes, I didn't know if we were going to have a song or not today. So
I know. It was a close call. But there is one. I have been, as you say, sort of, it's been, what's this, week 4 now of songs? And I think I've sort of started running out of things around me to inspire me. So I decided to fall back on a trusty, reliable old friend for writing songs with, and that is the trusty idiom. Now,
oh no.
I don't want to preempt what you're going to say at the end. I think some people might say that I may have taken it a little far and ended up cramming in as many idioms as I could into one song. No. But I think it still makes sense. I've also taken inspiration from something we talked about before, about how the legendary music producer Max Martin likes to kind of create these slightly weird broken English lyrics that kind of mean something but at the same time mean nothing. So like Britney's Hit Me Baby One More Time, or Ace of Base, All That She Wants Is Another Baby. And so, probably appropriately, I have written a song called Desperate Measures. Isobel, shall we listen to Desperate Measures?
Okay.
You've got my eye, so tell me what you think. Can I take my horse to the lake, and do you think he'll drink? Do I keep it in, or should I show my hand? No beating the bush, just give me a push, I'll tell you right where I stand. In the heat of the moment, seeing eye to eye as I let slip my disguise, and the bag becomes open, yeah. Cat begins to fly, he was previously inside, because I just let it slip and got shot right in the hip. But all these storms can't be weathered, because desperate times call for desperate measures. Hit the nail on the head, the bad times in the coffin. Cause if you wanna make an omelette, there's a smashed egg in the oven. Take a leap with me, we'll judge a book by its cover, and we'll turn the page, keep nothing at bay, say sweet words to each other. Is it the room I've been reading, or just my imagination that I've been overfeeding? You cross that bridge with me, or am I incorrectly barking up this tree? Because I just let it slip and got shot right in the hip. But all these storms can't be weathered, because desperate times call for desperate measures.
Oh my God, the way that he caught my eye. Cause I'm fit, he fine, I'm up on cloud 9. If you love it, then just give me a sign. When it rains, it pours, so just open up your doors and tell me when it feels just right. Let me say what I mean, I'm feeling pretty keen. Let me tell you what I feel inside.
I just let it slip and got shot right in the hip. But all these storms can't be weathered, because desperate times call for desperate measures. I just let it slip and got shot right in the hip. But all these storms can't be weathered,
Desperate Measures. That was Desperate Measures, a song full of idioms, some of them making very little sense whatsoever. I think the song's about like asking someone that you like to go out with you, but I'm not sure because it sort of wrote itself after a while.
I would have guessed that as well from listening to it. Yeah,
I think so. I think my favourite backwards idiom the whole thing is the bag becomes open, cat begins to fly, he was previously inside. That's letting the cat out of the bag.
Well, I mean, lyrically, I really enjoyed it. I thought that was going to be unbearable to listen to from your introduction to it. But actually a lot of fun. I agree with you, very Max Martin, just very Eurovision in the sense of, oh, this doesn't fully make sense, but I'm on board.
Well, because you can make of it what you will.
Was this originally written in Bulgarian and then translated into
it doesn't
English?
matter. But it means something to you, and that's what counts.
Exactly. That is what counts, mate. Oh.
That's what counts. I feel like maybe the music is a little dated.
I would agree.
But I am quite proud of, and I know it's always slightly touch and go when I include one, but I was quite proud of my Spice Girls-esque breakdown.
Oh my God, I was about to say that. I was just about to say that breakdown rap esque bit was very, very Spice Girls.
It was, you've got everyone chipping in with a little bit and it comes from all around. And I think it would be a girl group, a fun girl group, Little Mix, that sort of thing, who would perform this. And they'd have a little bit of fun with it, you know? All right then, Isobel. I think you've had enough time to evaluate what score you would give it. So, from 1 to 8, then 10, then 12, what score would you give Desperate Times?
So, lyrically, love it. A lot of fun to listen to. I think it is the sort of song that I would stick on my Eurovision playlist. I'd learn the lyrics. I'd sing along to it every time. Agree, melody-wise, maybe could be improved on. My gut is telling me, Roland, and I'm real sorry about this. My gut is telling me that if that was not one of the big five and had to battle it out in the semi-finals, I don't think it would make it through to the final. I think it would be one of those ones that the Eurovision fandom love. We'd listen to it in the semis and say, oh my God, that Desperate Measures song is hilarious. It's so sweet. It's adorable. I want it to win. But then it just wouldn't get through the semis and we'd be livid about it.
Well,
okay.
You know what, actually, that does give me hope because that makes it perfect for a San Marino song.
It does make it great for San Marino.
It does sound like a San Marino song.
San Marino. Yeah, no, I don't know. Maybe San Marino would get through to the finals with it.
I think
San
they've
Marino. Maybe if it was anyone else, they wouldn't. But if San Marino might. So let's put it that way. If anyone else sang it, it wouldn't get through to the finals. If San Marino sang it and it did get through to the finals, I would give it.
Thank. 5 points. I think I've gone down a point each week.
You have. I'm getting harsher over the series.
I know.
A lot of fun, and I'm going to listen to it again after we've got off the call. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
but the melody was lacking for me. It needed more power to get more points.
I think I am currently playing it safe, right? And we spoke about this a little bit last week, but I think I'm getting a little eager to please, and I think I just need to step out of my boundary.
Just let it out. Go wild again. Come on.
you don't win by playing it safe, and you don't lose by playing it safe either, which we want both of those things, really, if we're honest.
Yeah, we want either musical genius or the worst piece of crap I've ever heard.
No one wants normal.
Nothing in between. No.
Okay, all right, well, I appreciate a 5. I appreciate your constructive criticism, Isobel. If you feel any differently or agree or think it should not qualify and thus get less than 0, then please do reach out to us. You can email us at europhoriapodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can tweet us at EuphoriaCast. And we might tweet back. If I remember to look at the Twitter account, we might tweet back.
We'll like it at the very least.
That's motivation for you all to get in touch, isn't it?
So thank you all so very, very, very much for listening. We really appreciate you listening. And we hope you all enjoy what we are doing. We will be back the same time next week. See you then. Bye.
Bye.